I'm going to explain why a 90% winning rate trading system is not a good idea. Let's talk about that and more right now. Hey there, Forex traders. Andrew Mitchem here at the Forex Trading Coach with video and podcast number 521. Now, I want to talk about win rates. You see, so many people get very excited with win rates, and they tend to put almost like too much emphasis on a win rate of a system and a strategy. And especially a lot of inexperienced people, they see something that's got, let's say, like a 90% win rate, and they think it has to be the answer to their successes and it has to be a fantastic trading system. I can tell you that is not the case. Now, a little while ago, I was talking to someone who had a 90% winning system and he was losing quite a lot of money. And as a new trader, you might question, like, how is that possible? And as a more experienced trader and a profitable trader, I can tell you that win rate really doesn't matter quite as much as you may think. Yes, it's important, but it is certainly not the most important aspect. And the most experienced and most profitable traders have win rates that are drastically lower than, and sometimes probably quite a lot lower than what you might actually think, yet they are very profitable. So how does that happen? Well, the issue with most people is, first of all, they trade with pips, and the guy that had the 90% win rate, that was a problem also. But what he was doing was having lots of small gains. Now, let's use the pip example, and let's say he had 10 trades. Now, 90% win rate, of course, means 9 out of his 10 trades were profitable. Now, let's say he was making, pick a figure, 10 pips per profitable trade, let's say. And again, you can see why I don't trade pips, but let's go with it because that's what he was doing. Therefore, 9 trades, 10 pips profit means even if we're not worrying about spread and we're saying that's 10 pips net, which by the way it wasn't, but let's say it was, to make his system even better, he's made 90 pips. The problem was that when he had one losing trade, let's say he lost 100 pips on that trade, he was then negative 10 pips, yet he had a 90% win rate system. Now you can only imagine how much damage that would do psychologically when you get smashed by a big losing trade like that. And that becomes the problem. Now, if you've been following me for some time, you would know that first of all, the key to trading, not only do you need a successful system, but you need to have low and controlled risk per trade and forget pips. So with my personal trading, I never risk more than 0.5% per trade. But also, it's very important that you have high return trades, so high reward to risk profitable trades. So with the guy that had the 90% winning system but was losing money, he had lots of small gains, one big loss and big losses. With me, it's the opposite. When I have losses, I have small losses, but when I have gains, I have big profitable gains. And that change of mindset and that flipping around of the wins and the losses is one of the keys to success. Now, just this week, I'm going to read some examples here. Just this week, we've had a monthly chart trade close. We're now into October. That trade's been open since March on the China H, the Chinese index. That made a 4.3 to 1 reward to risk. On that same market, China H, we've had a weekly trade from last week just close for profit this week on the weekly chart for a 4.1 to 1 reward to risk. On the US Canadian weekly chart, we've had a weekly trade this week that made a 2.4. On the Canadian yen daily this week, we made 2.9. On the Australian franc this week daily, we made 2.5. On the zinc this week daily, we made 2.2. And so with those trades, you can see that we're making multiple times our risk. So although we have losses, and of course we have losses, we have little small controlled losses, big gains. So you imagine, like, sort of stepping up big steps, small losses, big steps. And that is one of the keys to successful trading. That is why you do not need to have a 90% win rate. And that becomes the issue that so many people fall into that trap. Now, if you'd like to have a chat with us about how we do this and how we can help you to become a successful trader too, I'm going to put a link here where you can click on and book a time slot to either talk to myself or one of my team. and we'll give you lots of helpful information about how we can help you. If you're out there looking for a good broker, I highly suggest and recommend Blueberry Markets. They offer the MT4 and MT5 trading platform with lots of those markets, like I mentioned, the Zinc and China H, and some of those non-Forex markets also available on there as well. And of course, being MT5, lots of other time frame charts like 2 hours and 6 and 8 and 12-hour charts, as well as the standard ones that you get on MT4. So I hope that helps. I hope that piece of information will massively help you understand what it takes to be a good trader and how you can turn your trading around from probably losing or maybe break even or frustrated to a successful, profitable trader. This is Andrew Mitchem here at the Forex Trading Coach. Look forward to seeing you this time next week. Bye for now.